Hello, I didn't see you there. Elaine, Aeris here. Question. Do you ever wonder what the hell is going on? I mean, really, what the hell is going on with modern times? We are living a crazy time, okay? We got pandemics, presidents going on tirades on Twitter or whatever it's called now, climate change, bigoted laws, insurrections, Elon Musk. I feel like I'm missing a few. AI taking over, Ariana Grande dating SpongeBob. Like, what? I swear this is water, not moonshine. What is happening? And you know what? Things have gotten so bonkers that we, as people, are starting to experience news fatigue. We are so inundated with stimuli and constant crazy town news that it's getting to the point where we are somewhat desensitized. 6 months ago, in the summer of 2023, Congress had a meeting about UFOs. And I don't know anyone in my circle who's even talking about it. It was just like, oh, a few months ago, something happened in the summer and, whatever. This could be aliens. Oh well, what's next? Not a lot of people seem to be talking about it, so let's talk about it.
Elaine, Aeris watches stuff so you don't have to. Look at this.
In the summer of 2023, there was a congressional meeting about UFOs. Now, the new technical term for UFOs is UAP. It stands for Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. It used to stand for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, but they changed it because it no longer consisted of just things in the air. It also included water. But in typical bureaucratic fashion, they had to make it very verbose. So I kind of was under the impression that anomalous kind of stood for out of the norm already, but then so does phenomena. So now it's just the stupid, redundant word. Anyway, I still like to refer to it as UFO. During this government, professional, legit meeting, which people are still calling fake, during this official, public, documented, open discussion meeting, 3 different men were interviewed. These are very professional people with very high clearance. We have, I'm going to refer to my notes because I don't want to butcher this. We have Ryan Graves, Executive Director of Americans for Safe Aerospace; David Grush, a retired Air Force major. And he mentioned in his overview of some of his duties, he said, sorry, I said that really weird. Duties? Please don't laugh at me. He said that this included coordination of the daily presidential brief, which is some pretty coveted stuff. And David Fravor, oh man, this guy must have dealt with this his whole life. A retired Navy commander who he clearly does not want to be there, but he's there. Grush himself had not witnessed these phenomena personally, but he had interviewed 40 different people throughout his time served, and he got a lot of info from them that seemed credible enough to him. And I feel like if you're in a high clearance position, you probably have a very good BS detector. I know I have a pretty good one myself. And I think that when you're in a position of authority, you have to kind of hone that skill. Maybe some of the stories he heard might have been exaggerated, or eyewitness testimony is not always accurate because memory is not always accurate. But there was some validity in what they were saying, and he felt that it was enough to come forward and be a whistleblower. He seems to be the most talkative of the three and the most enthusiastic there. Speaking of charismatic, I also enjoyed Garcia. I don't know why. This guy was just so likable to me. Just watching him, I'm like, that's a charismatic dude. And Miss Luna, man, I was like, you people, I see why you are politicians.
Mr. Grush, in speaking to you yesterday, I just wanted to follow up on Representative Raskin's questions. In the last couple of years, have you had incidences that have caused you to be in fear for your life for addressing these issues?
Yes, personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to note that he's coming forward in fear of his life. To put in perspective, if they were really not scared about this information coming out, why would someone be intimidated like that?
This congressional meeting is out there for the public to witness. I can even put a link down in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. Now, most people no longer have the attention span to watch something that is longer than a duration of 2 hours. So you may not be able to finish it. I myself attempted to watch it from beginning to end about 10 times. Often I was watching it at night as I was passing out. I did my best to consume the entire thing so I could share it with you so you do not have to consume the entire thing. Long story short, the biggest bombshell throughout the whole meeting was when Grush admitted to the fact that he received confirmation from very reliable sources that one of these UAPs was crashed, collected, and they recovered non-human biologics from the pilot.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
People are arguing that that could mean there was a fly on the pilot's shoulder. I don't think my impression was that is not what he meant. And that is a very stunning thing to hear. The whole summary of the entire meeting seemed to be, we have unrefutable proof that UAPs exist and are potentially not of this earth, and yet we can't present to you any of this proof because we're in a public forum and is classified. So there's proof, but I can't show you. But maybe if we get in a skiff, I can show you. But I can't necessarily show you and then have you tell anyone. Makes me believe it. Who would sit there for 2 hours to talk about nothing?
Let's speculate.
What is? Like, what are they seeing? What did you guys see? The default answer was aliens, right? Right? What if they saw something else? What if time isn't as linear as everyone thinks and they saw projections of us reaching out to ourselves? What if angels like to go around in spherical jet skis? What if the Matrix is real? What if reality is projected? What if we are in a program and the program's just glitching out and showing you the controllers and you're like, oh, what is reality? Anyway, I am enjoying this mind bender subject matter. I just thought I would cover this. I love an open discussion. Maybe you know more than I do about all of this. Maybe I'm one of them. Oh, sorry. I got a message. They had a follow-up meeting a month ago, closed door, and we still don't know anything. So I'm glad we're having all this transparency just to know nothing. God bless America. I hope you enjoyed my rabbit hole into the congressional meeting on UAPs that people are hardly talking about, it seems like. Oh, side note. Do you like my poster? It's signed. I got to meet my idol. I got to meet my idols last summer. So like when this congressional meeting was happening, I was meeting my idols. And I made such an idiot of myself. I couldn't even, when I was in the presence of greatness, like I couldn't stop smiling. Like my mouth was going up like this the closer I got to Luke Spiller. My mouth was going up like this, and I was just like, and then like they called me up for them to sign my thing, and I just like held out my poster like a dork. But then I did think to be like, okay, I want to ask them a question. I have to. So I'm like, Luke, is fame all cracked up to be? And he was like, what? And I was like, is fame all it's cracked up to be? He was like, oh, and his beautiful British accent. He was like, I can't do it. I'm going to butcher it. He was like, I wish we were famous. I loved it. I was just like, and then they said they loved my boots. God. I'm so glad I wore those boots. Do you think rock stars are aliens, by the way? Do you think celebrities are aliens? I mean, some of them. I mean, I think Kanye West said he was one. But would they tell you they were? Or would they just like hint at it, you know? Star child. Anyway, like and subscribe. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh God, I can see the comments already. I'm sorry. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Elaine Aeris is signing off for now. I hope you enjoyed the ride. And if you didn't, oh well. I don't know.